What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's early in the morning. We are in Tulum and we are about to do what, Tony?
We're about to pick up one of our clients who actually flew in today to come see one of his investments. So we're actually gonna show him for the first time what he bought. We're gonna go to Muki. We're gonna give him a tour around the area as well, show him the different markets, the different differences between Aldea Zamar, Region 15, and the rest of the area. So yeah, baby, I'm excited.
Let's go.
Let's go. After a certain hour, there was nobody. And I try to get a room, and they're like, sorry, the concierge is gone. I'm like, what do you mean? It's a hotel. I want to get a room. And security was like, give me $30 and you can stay in one of the units. So he would open up the units and I would just pay him $30. So I became friends with him. So he gave me his number. So oftentimes I used to be like, what are we doing? Let's go to Tulum. But I always come at night because I knew. And he used to give me like 50% off the rate.
Yeah.
And these are little cabañas back then. I mean, there was like not a hotel. It was just a little shack. A lot of this was like that, man. It was like a very hippie town here before. There was no fancy resorts. There were no, $500 a night resorts. Now that's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Now they went from hippies to hipsters.
It's funny, I was telling him about that and I was trying to explain what that is, and then the guy that checked us into the Airbnb, he straight looked like Jesus.
Yeah.
Straight looked like Jesus.
With the robe.
Yeah, with the robe.
Oh,
He had
yeah.
his like satchel, his long hair, talked all slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The necklace.
Yeah.
The Buddha necklace,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, that's the we call those Tuluminatis. It's funny though, but it's changed. I think for the good, because before people were like, Tulum, what are we gonna do in Tulum? It's just a bunch of people smoking weed on the beach. And unlike Playa del Carmen or unlike Cancun, Tulum, they really started to take care of it because they learned from Cancun. They learned what happened in Playa. And it was the local entrepreneurs that decided to create this bohemian, organic feel, protecting the jungle, creating like resorts like this. Like if you look at that tree is sticking out through there. Look at these trees coming out through the deck, right? That's very difficult and very expensive to build around. And that's what they started doing that. And then so the neighbor would say, well, let me do something like him. And then it was kind of like a conscious thing where everyone just maintained the look and feel. One. Number two, as the municipality was created, they created different density laws and construction laws than in Playa del Carmen or in Cancun. For example, in Cancun, you can build, I think you can go up to, I want to say, I don't know if it's 10, 12, or 15 floors. You can build like a skyrise. And then in Playa del Carmen, you can do up to 7 stories. Here, only 4. So you come south and it's more restrictive. And especially after COVID, people want to be closer to the jungle, less density, not too many people. So Tulum became this exclusive place where you can, be in touch with nature, not have to worry about the super crowded destinations. There's no major like all-inclusive resorts here. There's a couple, but they're small. Cancun has 2,000 rooms, all-inclusive, but that's not what people come here. People want to do, they want to get away from that. So Tulum became its own little thing and kind of started to create its own little personality. And that's why I think Tulum is very unique. And now it's 400, 800. There's a hotel that's $4,500 a night. Azulik. Have you guys heard of Azulik? No?
Is that where that pop-up was?
Yeah.
That you were telling me about? I was telling him about that too.
Yeah. So Azulik is a resort. Actually, how long are you guys here for?
We're leaving tomorrow.
You guys leaving tomorrow?
Yeah, we
wow,
literally
in
just
and
came
out.
for this, yeah.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, otherwise I would take you guys there, but you guys will be back. It's literally, it's like we're on the beach like this, but Azulik is built all out of wood, and it makes you feel like you're staying in a tree house.
Oh,
like,
I've seen it.
Like literally, yeah, and there's nests, like these hanging nests, that's Azulik. So when Azulik was built, that really took the standard to a whole nother game. And then the developers were like, okay, I see. And then they started to design and build like that. Not everybody, probably 10% have caught on to that, but that's what people want, right? People don't want to come and feel like they're back in New York or back in LA, They want to have that unique feel and sense. So, and that's where Tulum became very unique. I love Vallarta a lot actually because I'm from Guadalajara, and that's a few hours away, and I still have family there. So it was a very tentative option. But these are places that have already established themselves, right? Puerto Vallarta has a lot of history. It's hundreds of years old. Guadalajara particularly, and it's a very popular destination already. Los Cabos is a more exclusive destination, mainly to the people from California. If you notice, a lot of people from LA, they go down there, oh, Los Cabos fishing. It's not a super international destination like you have Cancun. Cancun is everything, right? European, same with flight requirement. So we had different choices. We knew we wanted to hit the Airbnb market. That was something that my partners and I knew coming into it. And it was by chance that I lived here, and that in our backyard you had Tulum. And Tulum was just starting to be looked at. We're talking 7 years ago when we first did our first investment. And 7 years ago, Tulum wasn't anywhere near what it was today. But I used to do market studies for big developers. And I had access to all that market studies. And so I was like, yeah, I see why they're investing. A lot of my mentors were investing here, just buying land, not doing anything, just buying land. And I used to come here. It was back when I was like the hippies. And I loved it. And none of my friends believed in this destination. They're like, no, there's nothing out there. What are you gonna do? No, you should invest somewhere else. And I was like, no, man, I think I gotta follow the money. And if my mentors are investing there, then bro, there's a reason why, right? These guys have, they do that professionally. And I was working for them. I was the director of a company called Grupo R4. Grupo R4 is the largest land developer in the peninsula of Yucatan. Very, very successful company, but it's ran by a genius man. My mentor, his name is Rodolfo Rosas, and I got a chance to work with him prior to me investing and developing, and it was because of him that I actually ended up investing. So my partners were like, hey Tony, if you have access to the information, let's not mess with it, let's just do it, and let's be in a sense visionaries, because at the time Tulum wasn't what it is today. And we did, but we could have invested anywhere else, but we chose to be here. And it was one of the best decisions we've ever done business-wise, was to invest here. And we project that Tulum will continue to grow and continue to bring more people. It'll continue to have more amenities, more activities. You have the airport, you have the train. And so for about the next 7 to 10 years, Tulum is gonna continue to grow. And so anyone buying in now is gonna have massive appreciation as the airport comes in, as the train comes in, as there's more things to do in Tulum. So you're buying in, at a very early stage versus going to Guadalajara that already is established. Your appreciation is going to be, 5-6% a year. Here, it's double that, right? Rental returns as well. Rental returns, because there's way more competition in Guadalajara, in Puerto Vallarta. They're not doing, Vallarta's same, probably 6%, 7% return in rental return.
US 5-6% cap rate is great out there.
Right, that's supposed to be really good.
You get 8%, where'd you find that deal?
Yes. I found that out because I do investment seminars in Monterrey, Guadalajara, Mexico City. Before COVID, I was doing them in Dallas, Houston, New York, and LA. And I used to do at least 2 investment seminars to 3 per year for the company I used to work at the time. We're talking 10 years ago. And I used to go to these investment seminars to basically sell Tulum. And I would always ask the audience, like, what is a good ROI for you guys here? And it was 5, 6, 7%. In 5, 6, 7. Dallas to Monterrey. Completely different markets, and that kind of seemed to be the top. And so I realized that Tulum, was making 10, 13% return, and which is almost doubling everything else.
There's billboards on the way that say 18% ROI.
I've seen that.
Too good
bait and switch.
Yes. Yeah, that's the old bait and switch. Or it's just they're hyping it up.
Yeah, just to get you in the door.
Just to get you in the door. But chances are, if you tell them, hey, well, I saw it's 18% return, are you going to guarantee me that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, it's just projection.
Yeah.
Projection based on what? Well, based on the market. And that's not true, because the market is not doing 18% return. The market in Tulum probably is between 8 and 10%, which is very healthy. We happen to be outdoing the market and be hitting up to 13%. We have some penthouse owners. Obviously, they invested a lot of money. We did custom job on their units. They're making 15% return. But we have probably 2 or 3 clients doing that, and they invested nearly $500,000 into their unit. So, you know, they deserve to be making those ROIs. But we are above the norm in Tulum because of the service. I don't know if you guys went through the checklist, not the checklist, but the list of our Airbnbs. I think I sent the link. If you go check out our reviews, out of 5 stars, most of our units are 4.5 and up. Actually, probably more like 4. Yeah, much higher. My unit has a 4.94.
Oh yeah, that's the one you showed
out of
us.
5.
Yeah.
4.8, 4.7, that's the average for our units. That's not normal. Because most people, they think that just by having a nice unit is gonna rent itself, but no. One is, okay, you already got the booking, great. Now take care of the client when they're here, show them an amazing time, show them the experience of their life so they can leave you a review.
And go above and beyond. So the other day the power went out. I had guests at my place and Oscar brought a bunch of candles. When they got home,
yeah.
There were candles and matches right there. The power doesn't go out often, but you know, it's just like I didn't even think about that. I was there and he brought me some.
Yeah.
I was like, thanks, Oscar.
Where his money was going, and he's like, I'm not gonna give you an explanation. It's my money. My money is in your institution. If I want to send the money to China, I'll send it wherever we want.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, sir, you need to tell us where the money is going for. This is for your own protection. And he says, well, I don't want protection. I want access to my money, and I want to send my money to Mexico. The bank would not allow him to move his own money, bro. He had to speak to the branch manager, but he was giving him a hard time too, saying, I'm not going to give an explanation, because they wanted him to fill a form. I said, I'm not going to fill it. I'm not. He went all the way to the top, and finally they were like, that's fine. You don't have to sign it. Coba.
Okay.
And to get to where we are today, we came down Coba. You guys are here in Aldea Sama. We went to Coba, and then we went down. And then we went over here. So right now we're somewhere here. Right now we're gonna continue going down the beach road so you guys can see some of the shops, the restaurants, and you see what kind of activities exist here. And then we're gonna take the other street called Kukulkan. We're gonna go back up Kukulkan. We're gonna go to the first set of developments. We'll show you guys a few developments here that we have. Then we'll go back out here, and then I'll take you to the Muki land. But I wanna, now that we're here, I'm gonna take you guys down this road so you guys can see. Because you leave tomorrow, so we're not sure if we'll be, I don't know what you guys are doing later, but we can probably have dinner if you guys want, and I'll take you to see another cool spot. So we'll go through here, but these are the only 2 streets that go down to the ocean. And you have right in the middle, right, this Aldea Sama, and then to the left, you have Region 15, and Muki's right there, right where you see the little point right there, okay? So it's Kusa that you get to see both, basically, the entry points in and out to the beach. You see the distance to the land, and you also get to see what's going on over here. Cool. So, are you guys ready?
Yep. Let's do it.
Super nice here, everybody.
Very friendly, yeah?
Very friendly, yeah. The service, that's what I love about this place. Another thing too, for you guys to know is Tulum, like this is the beach road, right? Notice it's just one way, well, not a one way, but un solo carril each way, and that cannot grow. So Tulum, to a certain degree, can't sustain more than X amount of population, because this is private property owned by someone, and so is this. Actually, I don't think they can build here. I think this is Manglar. So they can't add any more road, and so because they can't add more road, it really can't grow much further, which I personally like. A lot of people don't like that there's only one road. They complain, oh, it should be bigger, because like in the high season, bro, it is a pain in the butt to drive here, because you're like bumper to bumper. Like that 1 hour will become 3, literally. So I don't recommend you come Christmas, New Year's, January, February, March, April. That season is wild. You guys came at a good time, but you know, if you know when to come, you don't face any of that traffic or massive massive crowds.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that it's only one road, because it just feels boutique. It feels unique.
I think if we were to use the unit ourselves or let family use it, it'd be during the slow time anyway.
Yes. Yeah. Plus, you don't want to rent it. A friend of mine, he'll stay at a hotel and continue renting his unit, because his unit makes more money.
Yeah, he's
still making money, and he basically comes for free.
Bueno,
You asked me, Jason, what would those units rent for?
más o menos.
Yeah.
So,
¿Qué onda?
depending on the unit, right? You guys got a ground floor? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You got the big ass
we got the one you want.
Okay, so watch. You're gonna see the one I kept, and now you'll see that I wasn't lying when I said that's the one we wanted, because we kept that exact same one over here.
Como que no lo tapa.
But that unit will rent for more. So, for example, my unit rents at an average of $250 a night. Just average, not high season, just average. High season, that'll rent for $400. And then we have holiday season, which is specifically Christmas week, New Year's week, Easter week, spring break, which has 2. So it's like, I think it's 6, because there's a music festival. So 6 weeks out of the year, I can rent that unit that I'll show you in a bit for $600 a night, bro.
Wow.
Just those 6 weeks though. The rest is either 400. Right now, low season is renting for 200. Okay.
Ahorita te hablo.
The people above me, the middle units, if my average, let's just say for sake of an example, is 250, their average is probably 200. So in your case, because you have the ground floor, I feel you can rent it between 150. Say low season, let's talk low season. So low season, you'll be able to rent it 100 to 120 a night. Average 150, 180. Then high season, or let's call it like Christmas, New Year's, all these weeks, you'll probably be able to rent that for like 230, 250 a night, that unit. And this is being conservative, without considering that, you know, after like 6 months, it's gonna have a lot of reviews. Once we get the algorithm going and the people putting reviews, you can make a lot more. Like that unit should make $300 a night in
Well, and that's kind of what we
weeks.
were figuring. You know how sometimes it says like rare find that it's available. We were hoping that something like that would be one of those units.
That it becomes like that. Yes. We're learning a lot too about Airbnb, because they continue to change the algorithm. We just had a conversation yesterday or 2 days ago with Nick. Nick does a lot of Airbnb. He's been doing Airbnb for 8 years, so he knows a lot of tricks. And my guy David, he's my rental partner. He used to work for, it's called Vacasa. Vacasa is they have the most Airbnbs than anyone else in Mexico. They have thousands of Airbnbs. So he knows how they did it. He knows the algorithm. And we started to see that right now, this is low season. We want to be able to rent even in low season, right? We don't want to just be like, well, let's wait to high season. So we implemented some strategies. And did you see, Nick, the unit I sent you yesterday? We implemented a few things, bro. We tweaked it. That same day, I got 3 bookings.
Wow.
For June, July, and August. And all we had to do was a few little tweaks. So we're always playing with it. And what David was telling me, Nick, is that he suggested I lower the rate a little more just to catch the algorithm again. Yeah. And then once we catch the algorithm, then we can put it up again.
Yeah.
Because sometimes Airbnb, it's funny.
They don't know.
What do you mean they don't know?
Like, they forget about it, it gets knocked out, and then all of a sudden it comes back in, and then it's like, oh.
Yeah, because you want your unit to show up as much
as possible.
Yeah.
So Nick and I did a few tests. He was in his laptop, and I was in mine. And I would see the unit pop up, and Nick wouldn't. And we were like, why? So we called David, and David said that Airbnb decides who they show your unit to based on, we don't know what exactly, but
previous rentals maybe, or
they just did a huge overhaul of everything for summer 2022. And what David was saying is that there's no reason, if my unit is at, let's just say 500, and the season, Airbnb is making the market, and if a unit is renting at 500 but the others are renting at 200, there's absolutely no reason to show the 500 when they know that they could get the other price.
Right.
But it's like a well-oiled machine. There's a lot of factors that go into the algorithm. So when you have your response time, your what's it called, reviews, those also affect the algorithm. If you as a host, like David, right? David's on these at all time every day. If he's changing the settings that they come out with and adjusting things normally, like regularly, Airbnb is building a community.
David is the one that's going to be responding to the client.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's his team.
Okay.
He's the operator. My partner. He operates all the Airbnbs. So he's the one that's telling us, like, hey, we need this from you, or we need that. For example, he told us that some of the units needed like just details, like decor, so for better pictures. And so we hired an interior designer to come in and look at the things that we don't. My wife helps me with the furniture design, and we fabricate our own furniture. But we want to hire an interior designer because they can see things we can't. You know, so they're gonna come in and redo a few units, not all of the units. Some units are actually really good, and a few units need some, you know, what we call it manita de gato, no? So she's gonna come in, the interior designer, tell us, hey, you need this, you need this, you need this, and it's gonna cost you guys, I don't know, $500 to get all this decor. Okay, and then we hired a professional photographer who works for Airbnb Plus. He comes in, he does the photo shoot, and then just doing that pushes it back on top again. And so it's normal that all of a sudden a unit is not renting because Airbnb knocked it off the algorithm. Why? They don't tell you why.
Yeah.
So we have to guess and go in and see.
And what we're seeing is like Airbnb is building a community. It's a community-based platform. So when they're not just looking for people that are looking to stay in a place, like a guest, they're also looking to see how are the hosts interacting with our platform. And what I think, and what David and me and Tony talked about was, like, we can hire a photographer, but there has to be, and Tony's one of his partners, it works for Airbnb, and so we'll have him come because there must be something within the Airbnb system that says, oh, these guys used us to get their pictures.
Yeah.
So that
Preferred
allows
treatment or something.
Yes.
Well, not only that, Airbnb has vetted it to make sure we 100% know that what the guest sees here is actually going to get that because one of our employees went there and did it. Whereas if me and you and Tony do
Yeah.
it, we can maybe take a picture of a different unit. It looks similar, but it's not the same, and then it sets a bad experience for the guest. So we're going to have the Airbnb photographer go. Because
Actually, Nick showed me yesterday his unit. They sent him a message saying, would you like to have a what is it?
an Airbnb
Certified
certified photographer come out, and it was weird because
And that was a good thing though, bro. That means they looked at your unit and your unit is qualifying for that.
exactly.
Caught their eye.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna get some more decorations,
And we're always
look at the
doing
interior
this.
design.
Like, this is normal, and that's how we manage to get a higher occupancy, because we're always trying to be a step ahead of the gang. Because whereas most
It's set and forget for most.
sorry,
Set and forget for other.
yeah,
for
they
other
just
hosts.
exactly, they just think it's gonna rent, and it will, but it's not gonna rent as much as you'd want it to.
optimizing it.
So,
You know?
so down the line, do you ever plan on saying, hey, we need to swap out furniture, decor in these units so they freshen them up,
Yes.
keep it up to date with whatever's in style? Or
Yeah, exactly. A lot of it probably will be minor things like decor, bedding, painting, not painting, but what do you call it? Pinturas, no? Like just those things that are eye-catching, because when you go to Airbnb, you don't even look at where the location of the unit is. The first thing you see is photos.
yeah,
Then if you like it, how many people does it sleep? Oh, okay, that accommodates. How much is the price? And the last thing you look at is where it's located.
yeah.
You know, it's not so common that people.
Well, and a lot of people are looking for that Instagram moment where they can take a
Yes.
picture like in front of Nick's wall or
Exactly. They're looking, because that's what they're gonna do. You know,
Yeah.
they want to tell their friends
right
that
there.
they were out here.
They find something cool to take a picture by. There you go.
Exactly. These are all, by the way, hotels. A lot of these hotels, they have their own beach club, but they're private. Some of them are open to the public. So what we have a deal. A friend of mine, Hans is his name, owns one of the most successful and one of the most beautiful beach clubs called Mia Beach Club. Actually, maybe we
We're
can
gonna
go
pass
to
it
Mia
in a
by the
second.
time we're done here. But Mia is a beautiful beach club. It's massive size. It's got we'll check it out, bro, because it's really cool. So we have a deal with him. So our clients, whether it's you and your family or your guest, they get to use that beach club and get preferred services. So for example, you get, if you call them with 24-hour notice, they guarantee your cabana bed right on the beach. You show up, they give you a welcome drink, and they give you 10% discount. So we have preference over most people, because in high season, bro, you need to pay $500 minimum consumption to go in that beach club. For I think it's $250 for 2 people, $500 for 4, and if you come with more, then it's minimum $2,000, bro. They're super expensive. But if you're staying with us, you don't have to pay any of that. If there's a cover fee, like a special DJ, you pay half of the cover.
And are you going to advertise that on the rental, or that's just a perk when you get here? You find
No, we advertise that.
Okay.
So we say exclusive beach club access,
Okay.
and then we show photos of the beach club, so that people get excited.
Yeah, I definitely feel like
Actually, let's go in here. We're already here.
I feel like investing in Mookie already has way more benefits than any other property, and I was just excited about the laundry feature.
Right. Watch, we'll stop at the beach club, do a little walk around. And that's really all thanks to Nick, because Nick bought with us, and you know he knows the YouTube world a little more than I do. I mean, I was doing not on YouTube. I was doing a lot of stuff on Instagram, because I get a lot of clients from Instagram. Actually, a lot of clients have come through Instagram, but I never thought about YouTube.
Yeah.
And so Nick's like, no, bro, we gotta start putting some stuff up, because I'm like, you do it, bro. I'll let you,
Yeah.
And sure enough, he started doing it.
I mean, you type Tulum and it's not hard to find you guys.
That's awesome. That's good stuff.
That's what I was looking at, like
Yeah.
the keywords. No one
Yeah.
is doing it. It might be like, my trip to Tulum or something like that.
Yeah, like a vlog
Yeah.
or
Right.
something. But I mean, if you really want information, you're gonna sit there and like we sat there through your whole video. You know, some people are gonna
Yeah,
X
I can
out
see
to-
the
Yes.
average watch time on some of the videos is like 35 minutes.
yeah.
That's a
So
lot.
people are looking
They
for
want the information that you're giving.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And I think if you sit through 35 minutes of 2 people just on a Zoom call, it's because you're really interested.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's not content or lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's just a Zoom call.
Yeah.
And when I first started working with Tony, he would answer every question, and I could tell right away, like, he was confident, he knew it. It wasn't like he was making it up.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's why I was like, bro, with there's nowhere to find this information anywhere. Like, we can
I was
help
telling
teach
Nick, actually,
people.
a big problem, like the broke. There's no MLS, for example, here. There is no realtor association here. Anyone can say they're a realtor, and anyone can promote whatever. And I was telling Nick, and I was just telling him as just my opinion, and he's like, that's the stuff you need to talk about.
Yeah.
Talk about this, talk about that, because people don't know, so they go online, they don't know who to trust, they don't know
Yeah.
if these people are real or not, they don't know the developer, do they have the funding,
Yeah.
and so people are, it's a big deal.
I mean, there's a few videos out there that'll tell you what red flags to watch out for, this and that. I got screwed doing this, but at the same time, they don't direct you to what you should be looking for. They only tell you what to watch out for. They don't recommend people. They just tell you about their bad experience. So, okay, then where do you go from there? It's not going to make me not want to invest out here. I just want to know, who do I need to know?
Right,
you know?
exactly. Yeah. Doesn't allow anyone from Region 15 come out much faster. It's funny that this street, they said they were going to open it like 2 years ago, and nada pasaba. And I investigated why. They had already opened up the dirt road, but right here there was a problem. There was an owner of this plot of land right here, right
Where
here.
the gate was.
Yeah, he was literally the gatekeeper, and he said nope, and he kept negotiating with the government, bro.
He wanted
He's
more
like,
money.
yeah, he wanted more money, bro, and he asked for some demands. He owned a lot of land, so he asked for the government to change the zoning on his other land with the condition that he will allow them to take over this, and they did, bro.
Wow.
And so he had leverage. I believe this is Region 8. Region 8, it still has mangroves, and so the zoning here is super low. That's why you see no construction, because you're only allowed to build on a small percentage of the land, and you can only build 2 stories, and so it's got certain restrictions. Eventually they will build, but a lot of this is mangroves. You can see because the trees don't grow that big. Look, you see that water there? That's mangroves. So you can't build on a lot of this.
Like physically.
Yeah.
Physically.
You can tell, I'll tell you how you know, is how high the trees are, Nick. So this, when they're low, this is mangroves.
Yeah.
And then you'll see that as we get over there, the trees go to 12 meters. They're triple the size.
Too much water.
Yeah. And so, but Aldea Sama was pushed fast because the developer, the owner of all of this land, who was my ex-boss, Rodolfo Rosas, he did the urbanization himself. Instead of waiting for the municipality to do it, which they would have, but that would have taken them probably just barely now, they would have started. He put this infrastructure 10 years ago. So where Mookie will be, the idea is that obviously it's all paved just like this, and it has roads. Actually, this is a commercial area. You guys don't know it yet, but if you guys want to go for lunch or breakfast in the morning, that's a cool little spot. But anyways, going back to what you were saying, yeah, Ben was saying that he's like, but I understand that, you know, at the end of the day, I'm putting my money into something that is mine. I'm paying myself. So if I ever needed access to the cash, I could sell it, and boom, I have this chunk of cash.
It's a piggy bank.
Piggyback, exactly.
Piggy bank with a return.
With a return, bro. That's it. Yeah. So this is one of our projects. This one was finished 3 years ago. So this has been on the rental market for the last 3 years. This is 9 units on 3 like towers, if you want to say. Notice there's 2 entrances. So here the concept was large spaces, great views, privacy, and instead of having a common area, I gave everyone their own pools. And that's actually what people want. So as we talked, right? The big projects with 90 units, 60 units, that's not what people want. People wanna, because they're gonna go out and about. They're gonna be, you know, in the Mayan ruins, the cenotes, Xcaret, the beach. So they're gonna, what they want is that when they're in the unit, they have everything there. But they're not gonna just stay in the common area and do nothing, right? So anyway, so that's worked out phenomenal for us. We have 2 bedrooms abajo, middle floor 2 bedroom, and then that's a 3-bedroom penthouse. It's 2 stories, and it's got its own private pool. So we're gonna go check out one of these. The client just left, so it might be dirty.
Nice touch.
The entrance. Oh, and Mookie, remember those things that are gonna hang? They're gonna look like this. The same plants. So this, for example, ya la estamos agarrando acá. But it started to grow and grow and grow, and now it's going all the way to the ground. Really cool, right?
Yeah.
¿Ya no hay nadie con usted entonces? No. Vamos a pasar, ¿eh? ¿Me puedes abrir, por favor? Yeah, so we're actually putting the same floors at Muki. So it's Fiorito Traventino, marble floors. Whereas we've done polished cement, and it's okay, I like it, but sometimes it can be overdone as you were talking about. So the idea of the ground floor is that this is the idea of your unit, but the difference is you still have a backyard.
Yeah.
Aquí nos topamos ya con nuestro límite, and that's our perimeter. That's as far as it allows us to go. Then your pool, I want to say, is about the same size. This one is 30 metros de aquí a allá, y luego se va 10 metros más hacia adentro. Es una cascadita.
But I think it's bigger. It was like 11 meters
The
by.
other one's big.
No, remember we measured it when we were at the hotel. It was way bigger than this.
We'll measure it on the actual on the site. Here, so this is all our furniture. Actually, this table is one of my favorites. I picked it out, so everything, like orgánico.
Mezquite.
Ajá. Bueno, así le llaman mezquite. Nosotros le llamamos parota. Creo que es lo mismo, pero se llama. Es más, esta parota que viene de Guadalajara. Windows everywhere, so like I said, you want airflow, especially in a place that can get so hot. And so the ground floor will have this nice little garden that goes around the whole unit. And I have, when we talked about the idea of maybe making one of those walls, instead of making a wall, doing the same thing. Here what we did with the bar is we did granite, which I like granite, but because we want to keep that bohemian feel, what we're doing in Muki is instead of having granite, it'll be parota. So we're gonna have the parota be the actual bar. So that'll look really cool. When we talked about the washer and dryer, here you have it inside your unit. In your case, you're gonna have it outside. But this is the idea. This is the space, more or less. So, and just attention to little details like, like for example, these are, I don't know what you guys call it, but
Automatic shutting.
soft close, yeah. This is a salam. It's a wood from the area, so this is not gonna go bad. It's already tempered for this weather. So we're gonna use the same salam. Everything's electric, same with yours. We use Teca. Teca is a really good brand here, and it's safe because you don't want people that, if it was gas, they leave it open, they forget, and cause a problem. And this has a lock. So once they turn it off, they have to unlock it first, then hit the power, then choose the one they want, and then they can heat it up. So it's not that easy to get it on. Actually, see, this is on right here already. Yeah, it's really, really, really hot, really fast. And then what we did here, again for privacy, is we put the bedrooms on the back, so that if you're here chilling, they're not looking at your bedroom, y ahí traes toda la ropa sucia. So, come on in. And there's lighting. Esta pared, ese es el famoso chukum. So we're gonna have chukum on Muki as well, on some of them. Watch, we look like this.
That's nice.
This is, we use a resin of a tree, and we mix it with the actual cement, and it gives it this natural color. So this is not paint, this is actual resin of a tree, and it keeps the unit much cooler as well. But you don't want to do the whole thing like that, we just use some contrast. As we have regular paint on one, and then we have and this is what I like about the ground floors is you can play with this. So you have this nice view, privacy, and you have the waterfall. Yeah.
Right there too.
And here we left it like this, but really we could put a deck out there, we can put a little table, you can put a hammock. I'm gonna show you guys, one of our clients has a ground floor. We can consider doing it on yours, we'll see, but he wanted, again, experience, Airbnb, so we actually did a whole custom job on the outside. We did a jungle jacuzzi tub, and then a shower, and then a deck, and then a little like meditation area. I'll show you guys.
At Mookie, we're gonna have about the same space?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, this is 1.5 meters,
Okay.
1.5 meters. This is a 2-bedroom. This is a 2-bedroom lockup.
Yeah, that's
So
one
that's
of the
what it
things
is.
I like too.
So a lockup is basically, you don't want to rent out the whole unit. You just rent out one room.
Yeah.
You lock it
If
up.
I close the door over here, the people from over there can't have access to in here, and this guy would just come in and out from here.
Yeah.
What about like
Yeah.
kitchen and living area, similar size to what Mookie is?
Similar size on this one as Mookie, probably, yeah. Actually, it's fairly similar as far as the openness, size. I'll look at the floor plan. I don't remember the exact.
On the renderings, the ceilings look pretty high too.
Yes, it'll be this. I think it's the same. This is 2.8 meters. Well, it's 3 meters, but then you put the plafond. This is plafond, and we did it because we put in direct lighting. So there's a bunch of lights here. Y uno de esos it illuminates just the side for more, romantic thing. But yeah, it's the same height. So they're not short ceilings whatsoever. We use rock as well in the interior. We like that little contrast and feel. This is one of the units that my friend, the interior designer, said we need to tweak it a little bit. We think it's nice, but you just have to continue to update it. Exactly. So we're gonna redo the summer design. This outside furniture is like super good. We've had it for 3 years already. People out here drinking, they drop stuff, pero está hecho para eso. Esto
They
se
sit on
lava.
it when they're wet.
Yeah. Huh? This is actually done really well. This is specific for exterior. Okay. And then in your unit, we could put like a little bar out here as well.
So I know you talked about at Mookie you're gonna have pool cleaning, because I saw like on some places that was the bad reviews was, hey, the pool was dirty.
Yeah. So yes, we clean by contract. Sorry, I'm gonna put this to the side. So generally, we do 1 cleaning per week as part of your HOA. That's independently from the administration. However, because we're gonna be administrating it, we do it as necessary.
Okay.
So, which normally you should do it twice a week. Porque there's all kinds of trees.
Yeah, it's gonna.
And it's gonna go
It's
again.
impossible to keep up with.
Yeah. The client that was here, this client was here for a while. So he just left now, which is why the pool probably wasn't clean. But normally we're doing 2 cleanings per week. Actually, same muralist painted this. He's here in town. He's gonna clean that up. We had it was weird. There was water falling from there. It's like right there. Yeah, afectó. So we're gonna get that painted. This one we delivered just a little bit over a year ago. So it's a fairly brand new construction site. ¿Me podrías saber las 7 de Tulum? Sí, gracias. ¿Estará bien esta? Okay, gracias. Now this one has a common area. Right now we're doing some work on it. But this one has a common area in the back. So a common area pool, there's a bath and shower there. And this is just a nice little hangout area. Now here we wanted to do something much different than the other one. So arriesgamos un poquito más. We left these trees as part of the construction. So these trees actually go up the terrace, all the way up to Nick's penthouse. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, buenos días.
yeah, so this is my buddy's spot that we had invest down here. Same table, same company that makes the furniture, but it's all different, right? Like you can see the style is different. Yeah, nothing's the same, but it gives you that. And this is all Debbie's work. She's the one that is the image consultant, and she gets this. So this side is what my buddy Michael wanted to do. Not that he wanted to do it, he didn't know what to do. And the same company that makes the furniture, Pia, they made this. They just did this the other day. It's really fancy.
Yeah, that's nice.
So this will be filled with water, and then you can come out, and it's just like, you know, a bench.
Chill out here.
Yeah, you could chill out here. So, and then this will be a water fountain right here, and at nighttime the lights will change on this light and kind of give it that cool effect. And this will be the waterfall.
We definitely have to do something on the side of that.
Yeah.
It's so much nicer.
So then if you come over here, you have an outdoor shower. And you could probably do some yoga right here or something. They did this in a month, man. They did this fast.
It makes it feel like your unit's that much bigger.
It does, bro. It does. So we put in this shower right here,
That's cool.
an
too.
outdoor shower,
Oh, the jacuzzi.
and then a jacuzzi over here with some steps into the room. I don't know what these are for. This might be one of the windows. And then we wrap this tree. This tree is called chichen, and it's a tree that actually will stain your skin. It burns you, and it always grows next to the one that heals you. So the other one, the red one over there, if you got the sap or whatever on there, it will stain you. It'll burn you. I have friends that they have like permanent tattoo, and you have to go over to the other tree, and it will cure you. And yeah.
Tulum souvenir, Tulum tattoo.
Yeah, a little Tulum tattoo, but I think it's painful. The guy that was doing all this work, he was the one that actually told us, like, I could feel my eyes, my whole,
being around it,
just
yeah.
being around it. So, yeah, and it's basically set up the same as the other one that we looked at, but yeah, it actually does make it look so much. It gives it
Feels
so much
big.
more space.
Yeah, he does. He does.
You know?
Wider, bigger.
That's what she said.
Why do they have this electric
The electric fence,
Yeah.
just for security. I mean, not that there's anybody coming over, but Tony's nephew didn't believe it, and he got shocked by it. It will shock you. I actually hear it clicking, like. But yeah, they just had this filled up with water the other day, and it was super cool.
I'm gonna record this too, just to show her what we could do.
Yeah, and Tony and Pia, the guy that makes all this, they're that guy's a visionary, man. He sees it and he's like, nah, I know what to do. And then here it is.
Yeah, this bench. I didn't know you could sit on it.
Yeah,
This,
it's like a little bar,
yeah.
you know? That tree is getting big.
Yeah. This one?
It's growing like crazy.
You got it, bro. Yeah, you got it when it was just a baby. Yeah, and you see the tree goes all the way up.
If you didn't have this girl there, it would just be plain.
Plain, yeah. But when we did it, we didn't know what, but we knew something had to go there that was
Yeah.
different. That was
Epic.
Wow, impressive.
And then we can show you the mirror image of it in Jack's.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
dirty,
from
but
Jack's.
we could go over there and show you it's a completely different thing. So it's not in competition, it's just a different
Yeah.
experience.
Your feet. Like I know probably like 40, 50 people who can do this in LA.
Wow.
And
They got rid of it.
I got put in jail a few times and he was so pissed. But I mean, I don't know what this guy charged you for this, but I mean, this is probably over there. It's probably $15,000-$20,000 piece.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I told Nick.
1,300. Well, maybe a little bit more with the
More,
paint.
like 2 grand.
Like 2 grand.
That's nothing.
Nothing, bro. Nothing.
Yeah.
No. For the size and magnitude of this thing.
And the detail. This guy's
Bro, this guy's really good. Yeah. His. So there's 2 bedrooms right here. I'm gonna go look at one of these.
And I just had those mirrors custom made too.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is.
I broke the other one yesterday.
No.
Me and Ben put it in the car and I was gonna try to save it. That's why this one doesn't have it yet. They're gonna deliver
I
it.
see.
They're gonna deliver it this week.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn this.
So again, this one is another penthouse in Agua Santa Tulum. A little bit different build out than mine, but you know, the good thing is that we have the air. We open this, watch it instantly will be cooler. And then you can see the aesthetics of basically all the furniture. You know, it's all custom made.
Nice.
The chikoom on the walls. The same granite countertops. And then to maximize the space, you know, there's a little sala up there where you can hang out, whereas in mine, it's not like that. Eventually I'd like to do that, but the only thing is, so here's the difference, and this might be what you guys noticed in your Airbnb. This is a table that we did not make. Look at the difference.
Yeah.
You see the quality?
Yeah.
It still rents, and this is renting for like $600 a night. And that's due to the nice pictures, the aesthetics, the reviews, and David like running it and organizing it.
It's got a good view too.
And it's a perfect view. So right here, they won't build for, I think it's 15 meters or 16 meters out, so like 60 feet, or yeah.
So there'll be trees in between whatever they build.
Yeah, whatever building over there, you probably won't really be able to see it. And then upstairs, this also has the lock off. It has 2 bedrooms. It has a laundry room. The laundry is right over there. And then underneath, there's a little storage unit. The owner wanted some storage, so he put it underneath the thing. And then it's set up kind of the same way as the other ones. 2 bedrooms down here, again with the lock off. And then the cool thing is that this sleeps 3 people in here. This bed slides out right here. So it slides out so you maximize the occupancy.
Got your own private balcony.
And a private balcony outside. Another bathroom.
I like the size of the bathrooms. Not too big, not too small.
Yeah. And then, yeah, you have a nice balcony out here. With another view.
So another difference between that Mookie, you don't share a wall with anybody. Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be you share up top and downstairs, but it's gonna be cement like this, so it's not gonna be anything because it's separated buildings. It's gonna be kind of like that. Well, not the whole thing, but it'll be like
See how
that.
there's a space in between there.
And then upstairs, this upstairs is the coolest. Whew, it is hot.
Yeah.
And it's the same tiles. I think Tony said that we'll be putting this. It's Ferrintino. I don't know. It's an Italian word. And then this is upstairs again. Another lock off. And you have a little sofa bed and couch right here. And then another lock off with a bathroom here.
So what's different on yours?
It's not like this.
It goes straight into, I don't have this loft area over that empty space.
Oh, it's just a bigger.
Yeah, it's a bigger space. At some point, I'd like to make it
Oh, yeah. 'Cause
into something, yeah. Then you have the skylight up through the bathroom right there.
Oh, that's cool.
And then, nice bed. I don't know if this one has a pull-out up here. Mine does, but I don't know if this one does. You have a little desk, a little kitchenette up here if you want to do the lock-off feature. Like if you guys want to come down and live and stay, you know, or the owner does, they can lock that door, stay here, lock that door, and then they rent it downstairs as just 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. And then you have your own penthouse up here. And this one actually has the solar panels up top, which reduces the electric cost by like 30%. And it's actually free. Mexico is coming out with a new thing like what we do in the United States where it's free, it's a rebate, it pays for itself, and then you sell the electricity back to the state or whoever.
So notice that everything is different. The finishes are different. Right, different concept. Same double ceiling. You got 2 private pools, one here, one upstairs.
What's the name of the tile?
The tile, this is Fiorito Traventino.
I can't say that. Fiorito Traventino. Fiorito Traventino.
Fiorito Traventino. Then this is granite. Then all the cabinetry is local wood from the area. So it's very it withstands the temperatures. And it is good. And what's cool is you don't see the bedrooms. You notice that? The bedrooms are in the back, so privacy. So you're not in your living room looking at someone left, you know, the bedroom open or. Yeah. So this here, what's cool about it is you have a second living room and a 3rd bedroom, but slightly different than the other one that you guys are in now. And obviously this view is pretty wild, right? You have another living room here, so someone else can sleep in here.
Thanks.
Yeah, and this is a pretty big pool right here.
Good view too.
Yeah.
You all have like a clubhouse around here or something?
So in Aldea Sama, there is no clubhouse. It's all like open community. In Aldea Umay, we will have a clubhouse. And we'll have a spa. So there'll be common areas in that project. Here, there's no common areas.
Right.
You have to go to the beach clubs or restaurants. But in Aldea Umay, we will have restaurants. Actually, there's restaurants here. There's just not like a clubhouse here. But there is a gym.
You got solar there.
Yeah, actually, look at this. We have solar panels here. Solar panel on the roof. We're running on solar panel. It takes care of about 70% of your electric bill.
Oh, 70.
70, bro. It's a lot, right?
Oh, I thought it was 30. It's the other way around.
It's the other way around, yeah. Now you're gonna want to get solar panels too.
Yeah, I'm gonna get those tomorrow.
Yeah. It just makes sense. Yeah. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, the cabana bed. This one will have a renter later today. They come in. And look, this one has its own entrance. Literally a whole private set of stairs units.
So what are y'all gonna do now?
Cool, bro. Well, I'm gonna head on with Jason. I'm gonna go show him the land.
Nice.
You guys gonna get some lunch probably. You're probably hungry. Cool. And then we'll meet up in a little bit, bro.
Yeah.
I'll hit you up right now shortly. All right? Good to see you, bro.
Always.
Enjoy. Great to see
Yeah.
you. These complexes, you'll see the security has a badge that says Target. They all work for the same company. It's an outsource. So they don't work for the development. So it's not in their best interest, nor do they care whether the client's having a good experience or not.
Yeah, they're just there for the paycheck.
Yeah, and I actually, when I first began, I used to outsource the same company because it was recommended to me, and it was what it was. Everyone was doing it with them, so I'm like, all right. So I did it with them, but then I had one of the security guys was being like he was asking the people for tips. Like, he wouldn't say, I'll help you. He's like, do you need help with that? With tip. And I'm like, no, if they tip you, that's after. And then that same guy, I found out was selling my pool supplies to the neighbor, like cloro, the cloro. He was selling it to my neighbor, but he didn't know is that the neighbors, as a friend, own ejido land, it belongs to the people, but they've been selling it. So eventually, all of this is gonna probably be bought by some developer like myself, who's gonna come and negotiate with them. And of course, it's a win-win, right? Because they're gonna make a lot of money on the land, and then we're gonna be able to develop and do something nice. As of now, basically what they're doing is they're selling, you know, knickknacks and whatever. But that's only this little area. Okay, you'll see that it stops, and then that's it, because then it's no longer a ejido land. Okay? Everything from here over there is titled. Just as like a little square, that's particular square that is a ejido. But look, they're already building over there, so eventually that's going to be all built. And then to our right, you start to see now some of the developments. A lot of these developments are literally brand new. A lot of this stuff is pre-construction. Anything close to this street, Kukulkan, is going to have a lot of value because of the access point to the beach.
It'll probably relieves traffic on the busy seasons.
And release, exactly, yes. So before we go to the Mookie land, which is still over there, I'm going to go in here because over here there's a whole nother area that is growing, and it's another commercial area. It's like an aldea sama, and you have restaurants, bars, and a bunch of stuff happening. So this area, not so much where we were, but right here, you're gonna start to see more development, and you're gonna start to see all of a sudden the streets are paved, and they start to get paved. But this is all like literally brand new. Like all of these are maybe less than a year and a half old, and some of these are really nice. So these streets are gonna be paved. And all this here is already worth gold, because once they pave these streets, the property values are gonna go up like crazy. Now the funny thing about this is a lot of people that come to Tulum, especially Europeans, they like staying out here. They like being out here because they feel like this is Mexico. They want to be more in tune.
They want the experience, yeah.
Yes. And so a lot of the Europeans, they're more risk takers. They rent their own car, they get around, they don't do like the traditional tourist stuff, you know? They want to go and get lost and talk to the locals and mingle and eat the local food. And so this area is very popular in general. It's not just Europeans, but particularly the Europeans.
They're putting in the lines. This stuff is being built so fast. You have no idea. Like, we literally were here 4 days ago. None of this was here.
Yeah. They move fast when they want.
So this isn't the it's like the Union. This is not subterranean. Where Mookie is, it'll all be underground.
Yeah.
It makes it look more natural.
Exactly.
But also it will hopefully avoid power losses during storms where lines don't go down, right? Is that true?
Yeah.
So what would you consider these like units? Are they condos, homes, apartments?
Look, your unit, the ground floor, actually even in the brochure, I'm calling them villas.
Villa.
1-bedroom villas. And I'm calling them 1-bedroom villas because the word villa in Mexico is popular, right?
Yeah.
And because you have massive space in your plot of land, but it is a 1-bedroom, it's not a 3-bedroom or whatever, so we're calling them 1-bedroom villas. So for the marketing purposes, that is the name. But as far as what would the market call it? The market would call it a 1-bedroom condo.
Okay.
The word apartment is not really used here.
It sounds cheap.
It sounds cheap.
Yeah.
Exactly. Man, that's gold.
Yeah.
Because I've been here 18 years, so I've seen how this place grew. And in Playa del Carmen, I used to live in Playa del Carmen. I live in Tulum. But when I was living in Playa del Carmen, the same thing happened, bro. And at the time, I was too young and too ignorant. But my friends that were older, bro, they were buying land. And I'm like, what are you guys doing buying land? There's nothing here, bro. It's ugly. It's dangerous in those streets. They're like, no, bro, you're too young. You'll get it. But I was doing really well at the time, financially. And I just didn't have the vision to put my money in that. So I spend it in everything else, you know?
The vision or the discipline.
Yeah, exactly.
The same with me. I've probably
bro.
wasted so much. That's why it's time for me to start doing something like this.
How old are you?
36.
36? Ah, we're the same age. When's your birthday?
February.
Cool. Mine's January.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
So you're slightly older.
You're older.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
You're a month older.
Oh, shit. I went backwards. You're right.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of Holistica, by the way?
No.
So Holistica, oh yeah, well I forget you haven't been here. So Holistica is a really cool wellness center. Very, very, very popular. Super busy. I just want to take a peek at it para que lo vean de afuera. So these little back streets here that you see, also very nice here. They're building some beautiful homes. Aquí ya no es locos. Here, we're getting into what, this was all jungle. Aquí sí no había like, you know, the little chicken on the side and it's just all jungle. And they began to build just recently.
That's cool.
Look at that, yeah.
That's
pretty cool, bro.
Yeah, that's what
They're
I want.
probably gonna do something with
Go to
that.
Argentina.
So that's Holistica right there. It's a really cool wellness center. When we come back, maybe we can go in there. But it's really, really nice, and it's always busy. When I used to come over here, I was like, "Who's gonna come over here? Look at these streets. Look at them." And it's just they don't care.
That's part of the charm.
That's part of the charm,
of that
yeah.
type of place.
Yes.
I guess.
The properties go up, of course. But in addition to that, the city, they didn't want the power lines anymore. Similar as to Aldea Samar. So right here now, they're all underground. So you don't see the power lines anymore. And then this street here, this street didn't even exist, bro. It was like all jungle. It was really bad to get in. It was really horrible to get in here. Now they did this, at least lo emparejaron. Now this is not how I would necessarily go in all the time. I'm just showing you the whole.
Yeah.
So you get to see it from all angles. Wow, so much structures. So streets are small. Avenues are doble carril, and say that again.
Two-way lane.
Yeah, two-way lane. Thank you.
I think this is it.
Yeah.
So you were saying the Chechen.
Yeah, so Chechen is double lane, and it's an avenue. So that street will have commercial area. Actually, I think our construction team is here right now, which is perfect.
Yeah, because we came on Sunday.
Yeah.
Look, all those bricks are moved.
Oh yeah. This is it right here. We're gonna get off.
Oh, they're sleeping on the job.
They got caught. They're like, oh shit, when we jump out and start
Oh,
filming.
Tony's here. Oh, yeah. Act like you're working. And then our neighbor. This is our neighbor. So you're gonna laugh, bro. So our name is Mookie, right? Their name is Mook. And I didn't know that, and they didn't know nothing about me. So it's just not coincidence. Hurts me to see these big trees, bro.
I know.
But it's gotta be taken down anyways, because this is on the street.
Yeah.
So this will be a double lane. This is one lane, and then that's the second lane. Okay, You'll see it over there because over there it opens up. Lunch hour.
So how I was saying, remember, how do you decide what trees to use? They did a land survey, they came through, and then you can see like they're gonna keep this tree, that tree, and they'll incorporate it somehow into the building.
And then a lot of trees, we take them out, but then we replant them once we have already built. If we can go build around them, we'll build around them. So if you remember, you have basically two towers, right? One facing that way, one facing this way. And so the parking lot, so you have an idea, right where your dad is right there, from where he's at to where I'm at, right here, this is the parking, right? And so then the building starts here. And then the first tower will look to about right here. And this is the first tower. And then the second tower starts here. Un poquito más atrás, somewhere around here. Then, buenas tardes. So we would actually be right now in your unit right here. And then your I want to say right around here. And then this would be your backyard. Probably, I hope Nico was here. Nico's my architect. He'll tell me exactly where. Probably somewhere around here. And so you have the pool, you have the garden. We kept those trees, we kept these trees. So these are actually on your unit. Okay, we obviously have to be creative as to how we're gonna build around them and exactly what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna lift, we're gonna go up about this much. So the actual building won't be till aquí. So vamos a nivelar. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna replant. So you're gonna have, actually look, I think your pool, ya la empezaron a escarbar. Already see the form of it. And all that's going to be buffer of green. All that's going to be green. That corner is going to be green. And then we're going to save 1.5 meters to each side, 1.5 meters to each side to do whatever we want to do. It's hard to visualize, obviously, right now because
I
there's
got
nothing.
it. That wall's higher than I pictured too. That's good.
Yeah, actually, you're right. It is. But also, once we start building, you'll start to see the actual spaces grow. It's like the condo that has no furniture. It doesn't look as big until it's actually furnished.
Or like what we looked at earlier with Michael's little waterfall.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah, exactly.
it didn't look, I never would have pictured that.
Imagine that, right? Wow, that tree's really nice. That one's super nice. This one's nice as well. For example, if you look at it over here, all the trees are done.
Yeah.
They might replant later, I hope so.
But it would take years for it to grow that big.
And look how many trees we left right here too. On the side. You know what tree? Yes. Yeah, actually, right where you are is more or less
The middle.
the middle. Un poquito más. Right around here. Right around here.
So maybe the walkway.
And the reason why is because the back one's the biggest unit.
Yeah.
This one in the front is a little smaller.
The walkway probably comes around that tree and maybe just comes right through here.
Watch, hold on, let me bring this up. Yeah.
Right? That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. That was part of the reason why I like that ground unit is because it almost feels like the whole walkway is kind of tied to your
Yeah.
unit.
Look, here it is. Right, so this is the walkway right here. Walkway goes around like this. Y aquí tienes la entrada. So and you notice how this is also moved to the side, bro? Okay. Okay, got it. Now I got it. So actually,
like right where this
all these trees, es esto, mira. Yeah, that's why they left them there. Ooh, I can already see it then. So watch this. Watch, hold that right there and just visualize this for a second. So you see see that little curve you see there? It's this right here, right? So this is where your condo starts. And it'll probably go from here. It gets closer to this. You're gonna have this tree right here too, bro. Boom. And then it'll go all the way to about right here. And then all this will be your backyard. But yeah, that's more or less. And so what I see is that it goes like this. It probably curves around like this. So this is already your backyard too. This is your backyard.
And you're standing in the kitchen, it looks like.
Yeah.
Dinner ready.
And so this is cool, bro. because
So
you're gonna
here's
have
the
this-
unit. And Tony's standing in the kitchen.
I'm in the kitchen, bro.
You're in the kitchen. The workers are in the bedroom.
Yeah. They're napping in the bed already.
And we got one guy.
This on their pool. That right literally is like right here. And then y este depa se va hasta aquí. Probably to where that second tree is. Un poquito más enfrente de ese tree. Pero la entrada es por aquí. Medio y del punto de medio entras o a esta unidad o a esta unidad. Y acá la de Jason y Vanessa es esta unidad. Este es el one bedroom. La alberca es una alberca. Because now they have their lona, so we know who they are. And they chose this area particularly because it's all virgin. We're not taking over, you know, the older part of Tulum or the locals and getting them out. Here it's all gonna be brand new. Literally. Yeah, I did.
It's Tony's house. He doesn't want to say
Yeah. I'm building a house actually about 4 streets behind.
Really?
Yeah. That one we're gonna keep and careful. Oh look, you see where it says lote? You see the lote sign right there? Ahí empiezan los otros. So you have street here, camellón. Like these streets are camellón, and then another street. So it's got one going this way, one going that way. Camellón en medio.
Nice.
It's pretty cool, right? Entonces desafortunadamente no estoy seguro que te pueda ver antes. Hola.
Está bien. Sí, déjenles acomodar la mesa y regreso por
Gracias.
Fight killer.
yeah.
But he's the one with the most experience here, so.
No, I was telling you that you guys got something good going on here. You know. And you guys are very professional.
Thank
You know, very professional, and to me, it looks like you guys know what you're doing. Other than that, you know your business better than anybody, so.
Exactly. Minimize risk and continue to. We're always trying to make it better, you know, like from the experience to the service of the people. We're still, you know, a year from it being done, but we're already thinking about, like I said, do we want to buy a Jeep, use the service? What other things can we add? Designing the furniture. We're already moving forward because we understand that as Tulum grows, we have to get more creative. Right? We have to get smarter in everything.
Run it as a hotel. Put it on Google to offset the. Don't rely on Airbnb because you don't own that.
You know, because right now when you left, Nick was showing me the results that his videos are having on SEO, because he's doing SEO and he's got hired a guy, bro, who was really, really good. He's helped other big like individuals, and so we can do the same SEO for Mookie for the hotel.
Yeah. We should do it for Agusanta too.
Yeah, for the whole, yeah.
You know?
And so yes, bro, we're not gonna stop until it's. Well, I'm glad that you liked it.
No, it is a good thing that you guys going. I'm not familiar with a lot of things, but you know, by just listening,
It's just
you
like,
know,
yeah.
and I'm sure one will leave, we're gonna have more questions. And,
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know,
Exactly, that's what I'm
but overall, I think I like it.
So, going forward, what's the next step for us?
So the next step is to sign the promissory agreement. I'm not sure if I sent it. I believe I did.
And there you have it. What a great day with both Jason and his father. They ended up purchasing in Mookie. We had an awesome day. His wife Vanessa will be coming down in a couple weeks, and we are breaking ground. As you saw, we have progress moving on Mookie, and we're super excited. So if you have any questions, if you have any things that you want to discuss, or you're interested in investing down here in Tulum, feel free to hit us up. Again, like always, reach out to me on Instagram. My WhatsApp number is there, and we can go from there. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed it.